What's up with all these blinking lights?
The map behind us is the International Emergency Network showing all the natural and man-made disasters that have been going off over this whole week.
Are you kidding me?
No, I am not. The blue ones are floods. The yellow ones are earthquakes. The green ones are epidemics. And the red ones are volcanic eruptions.
What are the orange ones?
Ah, well, those are the world leaders on their way to their underground bunkers to wait out the apocalypse.
Can you really be serious? I think you may have been watching too many YouTube videos.
Okay, believe what you want, but you had really better start thinking long and hard about everything. Do your own research, and find out the truth for yourself. While you still have time.
I don't have time for all that. I read the newspaper headlines in the morning before I leave for work, and I watch the evening news on the television when I get home. I'm informed.
If you think you will find the truth from those sources, you are sadly mistaken. The people you are trusting to keep you up to date with what is going on in the world are the same ones who want to keep you dumbed down, confused, and stripped of your real power.
What real power are you talking about? Like the Force be with you? Or like in the movie, The Matrix?
Not quite. But to be totally honest, you will get more truth out of those movies than from your TV news programming.
So what are you talking about then?
I'm talking about coming into the realization of who and what we really are, our real purpose in life, and what this reality is really about.
Go on.
I mean, didn't you ever wonder about it? The why of everything around us, the meaning behind all this, and what role we play in all of this.
Yeah, I did, but that was when I was a kid, but I grew up since then. Get real. There are all the responsibilities of life. Taking care of the family, chores, working like a dog to pay for the mortgage, food, clothes, saving up for retirement, and my dream Lamborghini. Ha ha ha.
And you spend your whole life doing this, for what?
This is what we are supposed to do, I guess. This is what my father did. This is what my father's father did. This is what my neighbors do. This is what everyone does.
And this makes you happy?
It's not about what makes me happy.
Oh no? Then what is the Lamborghini for?
Well, I suppose it is to make me happy.
And why did you get married and have kids? And buy your house, and why are you saving up for your retirement?
Yeah, I can see your point. But it isn't all about being happy, is it?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do we do what we do? What is the driving force behind all of our actions? If you could have your choice of any lifestyle, what would it be?
Oh. A penthouse. A sailboat, my Lamborghini plus 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 plus.
No, I didn't ask you what you would like to own. What personal character traits would you like to develop within yourself? What feelings and emotions would you like to experience? What would bring you satisfaction and accomplishment?
Anything.
Yes.
I would like to figure out a way to support myself and my family by doing what I love to do. I want to be free from fear, become a person I would want to admire, and to be surrounded by people who love and appreciate me for who I am. But that will never happen.
Why do you say that?
Because life isn't like that. It's all about struggles, and pain and disappointment and loss. As much as I try and try, I feel like such a loser. Nothing ever works out for me. So I just keep doing what I know best. Working and struggling to try and make a good life for myself and my family.
You know, there is another perspective. You have just been looking at it the same way. Einstein said that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting different results.
So how do you see it? This whole life thing.
Well, the Creator has a different slant.
Hold up. I tried that whole religious thing. I went to church for years. I gave them money. I tried to do what they said. I looked around and felt I was surrounded by hypocrites because everyone there was just as miserable and as sinful as I was, and they were gossiping and judging and just as frustrated and depressed about life as I was. So I stopped going. I went there for answers and to find peace, but it just made me feel worse.
I wasn't talking about church or religion. You're right. They are just as confused and hurting as everyone else. They are human, and they are, as all of us are trying to find the truth, and as hard as everyone is searching, they won't find it.
Why?
Because the answers aren't in the world. You can search the whole world over, and you will never find it.
Where is the truth then? Where are the answers?
You won't find God in this world.
What are you talking about? I thought God was everywhere?
Let me ask you this, what is the difference between the world and the earth?
They're one and the same, aren't they?
No, not at all. The world is the civilization and society, the man-made rules and structure, peer pressure and social expectations. It is filled with hatred, prejudice, anger, greed, murder, wars, and apathy towards the creation and one another. It is a creation man-made under the express direction and guidance of the fallen angels. You will never find the true God here. This is why God tells us to be in the world, but not of it. The earth is the trees and the grass, the animals, the sky, the oceans, lakes and rivers. The flowers, the beauty and the music. It is filled with love and peace, joy, and forgiveness, appreciation, kindness, harmony, satisfaction, and joy. This was a gift from our Creator to enjoy. He made it, so that he could commune with us, as in the days of Eden, before the fall of man, but he cannot do this now.
Why?
When Adam and Eve chose to disobey God, by partaking of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, they created a great chasm between themselves and their Creator, and Satan became the ruler of the planet and the air. The whole earth came under his ruling, and we in effect became his slaves. This is the reason that life is so hard and filled with misery. It isn't God's fault at all. This isn't at all what he had planned for us, and he cannot do anything on our behalf, unless we ask him to. One of his greatest gifts to mankind is the gift of free will, to do and be whatever we please. We can choose to rule ourselves, and be subjected to torment and oppression from the demons without any protection from their plans to steal, kill, and destroy. We can choose to serve the demons, and become possessed, and become their play toys. Or we can go to God, and ask him to become our king. Those are our only real choices.
So if religion doesn't work, then how can we make a connection to God? How can we develop a real relationship with him?
Don't get me wrong, religion isn't bad in and of itself. When it was started, Christian churches were based on truth by people who had real relationships with the Lord, but because it existed in a filthy, depraved world, it became stripped of its meaning and true power by Satan, and by individuals who had personal motives. Jesus said in John 14:12-14, I tell you the truth. The person that believes in me will do the same things I have done. Yes. He will do even greater things than I have done. Why? Because I am going to the Father. And if you ask for anything in my name, I will do it for you. Then the Father's glory will be shown through the Son. If you ask me for anything in my name, I will do it. If there are people today who are able to do greater works than Jesus did when he was alive here on earth, then I have yet to hear about them. Yet, it isn't their fault. They have been given the message from God, stripped from meaning, and their religion is intermingled with half-truths and lies they have accepted, because they believe what is being told to them from the pulpit from men they trust. The pastors also do not know the truth either. No one really knows what to believe anymore. That is why there is so much dissension and arguing amongst the different groups.
So, we are stuck then.
Please continue to the second part.